in the cloud. Alrighty. And okay, Stuart, now we're ready for you.
Okay, today I'm going to do a couple of British Commonwealth songs, at least Canadian and Australian. One for Tom down there in the bottom right. Anyway, this I was inspired by doing this one we had a big storm blow through last night. I don't know if you did. It was quite exciting. Strong wind, a bit of hail, a lot of rain. And it was a squall line. I have to say, my Texas accent, that's a squall line. Squall. This is a song by Stan Rogers about the white squall, where a sailor lost his life in the Great Lakes. And one of the lines mentions a place called Wiarton, Wiarton. It's a fishing town in Canada. So this is a sad song and somebody dies, so good start. It's just my luck to have the watch with nothing left to do but to watch the deadly waters glide as we row north to the Sioux. Wonder when they'll turn again and pitch us to the rail, whirl off one more youngster in the gale. Kid was so damn eager, it was all so big and new. You never had to tell him twice or find him work to do. And evenings on the mess deck, he was always first to sing and show us pictures of the girl he wed in spring. But I told that kid 100 times, don't take the lakes for granted. They go from calm to 100 knots so fast they seem enchanted. But tonight some red-eyed Wiarton girl lies staring at the wall, 'cause her lover's gone into a white squall. It's a thing that us old-timers know. In the sultry summer calm, there comes a blow from nowhere and it goes off like a bomb. And a 15,000-tonner can be thrown upon her beam, while the gale takes over before it with a scream. The kid was on the hatches lying, staring at the sky. From where I stood, I swear I could see tears fall from his eyes. So I hadn't the heart to tell him that he should be on a line, even on a night so warm and fine. But I told that kid 100 times, don't take the lakes for granted. They go from calm to 100 knots so fast they seem enchanted. But tonight some red-eyed Wiarton girl lies staring at the wall, and her lover's gone into a white squall. When it struck, he sat up with a start. I roared to him, get down. But for all that he could hear, I could have well not made a sound. So I clung there to the stanchions, and I felt my face grow pale as he crawled hand over hand along the rail. Now I could feel her keeling over with the fury of the blow. I watched the rail go under, then so terrible and slow. Then like some great dog she shook herself and roared upright again, while overside I heard him call my name. Well, I told that kid 100 times, don't take the lakes for granted. They go from calm to 100 knots so fast they seem enchanted. But tonight some red-eyed Wiarton girl lies staring at the wall, and her lover's gone into a white squall. So it's just my luck to have the watch with nothing left to do but to watch the deadly waters glide as we roll north to the Sioux. then they'll turn again and pitch us to the rail and whirl off one more youngster in the gale. And I tell these kids 100 times, don't take the lakes for granted. They go from calm to 100 knots so fast they seem enchanted. But tonight some red-eyed white-and girl lies staring at the wall, and our lover's gone into a white squall. And our lover's gone into a white squall.
Woohoo! Hooray! Well, I didn't, as I usually do, explain how we do this, but I think everybody's been on here before, so you know that I mute everyone, and then the singer will unmute, and then we can unmute as well to give our applause and comments and so on. So, Mark, good to see you. You have an offering for us?
Hi, as if I can imitate anyone, it's Sophie Tucker.
Okay. Hold on.
1922.
I am muting. So, Mark, you can unmute now.
Comments from the back room there. So let's go. 3,000 years ago, King Tutty reigned, you know. He must have traveled greatly in his time, for in his tomb out there was gold and silverware from big hotels of every land and clime. While growing through his royal robes, they found upon his sleeve the first fig leaf that Adam gave to Eve. And old King Tut, Tut, Tutankhamun's days, beneath the tropic skies, King Tut, Tut, Tut was very wise. The old King Tut, Tut, Tut was always gay. Cleopatra, she sat on his knee. That's where she sat. The girls would dance for him, and every move a treat. They'd move and move and move, but never move their feet. 1,000 girls would dance each day with lots of hip-hop, hooray. And old King Tut, 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 King Tutty's days. 3,000 years ago, in history we know, King Tutankhamun ruled a mighty land. He ruled for many years, mid laughter, song, and tears. He made a record that will always stand. They opened up his tomb the other day and jumped with glee. They learned a lot of ancient history. In old King Tut, Tut, Tutankhamun's days, the dancer then in style would make even the old Sphinx smile. Oh boy. In old King Tut, 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 and stays on the desert sand, old King Tutty's band played while maidens swayed, they danced. For old King Tut, 'neath moonlit skies so warm, they swore such happy smiles and were in perfect form. They danced for him both fat and thin. He didn't give a damn what shape they're in. And old King Tut, 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 King Tutty's days. And that's it.
Yay!
What can we say but tut-tut, Mark?
Right. Of course, in the 80s, there was a tour of the King Tut Treasure. And if you're interested, as Steve Martin on Saturday Night Live,
Yeah, right.
did
Yeah.
an absolute killer of a quite different song that cut as the
Born in
commercialism.
Babylonia, moved to Arizona, King Tut.
I got a condo made of Stoda.
I love that one. Okay, Chris, got one for us? I am muting everyone. And Chris, you can unmute and go when you're ready.
Still muted, Chris. You're still muted.
I didn't unmute myself to tell Chris he was muted, but you're muted.
There we go. I'm back, right? Now you hear me, right? Yes? Oh, I see Chip. There he is. His thumbs up. Okay, good, good. Well, this is a fretless banjo, and I haven't played the fretless in quite a while. One big problem is I have a broken peg here, and it's stuck. So I just got the bright idea, well, I kind of like the fretless tuned down low anyway, so why don't I just tune all the other strings to the string that I can't turn? So I'm somewhere about 3/4 of the way from B to C, so whatever this is. And I thought to do try and attempt a couple of tunes. Pretty Polly, which I'm going to do in double thumbing, thumb lead, and follow that up with the Pataroller song. And it occurred to me, of the two songs I could have picked, thank God I don't know the words to either one. The Pataroller song, well, they call it a Pataroller song, I think, because most people don't know what a Pataroller is. Other names for the song are like Run, Jimmy, Run, except they don't say Jimmy. It's about runaway slaves. And Pretty Polly is about about murdering a young woman. So it's like, thank God they're pretty tunes because, well, anyway, now we're on a real good mood. Little Pretty Polly. There they are. Merci bien.
Very nice.
Thank you.
I'm sure you could find another name for that song. It doesn't have.
Oh, we have to. We have to. I get depressed
fortunately
explaining
doesn't
that.
have any lyrics. I've never heard any.
I've never heard any either, but that's because, but if you look in the history books, it's quite a shock.
If you look in the history book, you're horrified. So
Yeah.
we'll try not to look too closely.
All right.
Mary Jane, did you get something for us? I hope so, because I am muting. And we're ready for you. Oh, you're still mute. You're still muted, Mary Jane, I'm afraid.
Okay.
There you go.
Thank you very much. Anyway, I'm going to sing Finlandia, which is also known as a song of peace. The words are by Lloyd Stone and the music by Gene Sibelius. And it says it was published in copyright in 1934. This is my song, oh God of all the nations, a song of peace for lands afar and mine. This is my home, the country where my heart is. Here are my hopes, my dreams, my holy shrine. But other hearts in other lands are beating with hopes and dreams as true and high as mine. My country's skies are bluer than the ocean, and sunlight beams on clover leaf and pine. But other lands have sunlight too, and clover, and skies are everywhere as blue as mine. Oh, hear my song, thou God of all the nations, a song of peace for their land and for mine. May truth and freedom come to every nation. May peace abound where strife has raged so long, that each may seek to love and build together a world united, righting every wrong. A world united in its love for freedom, proclaiming peace together in one song.
Yay!
Very nice move, Jane.
Thanks.
Yeah. Okay. Joanna and Larry are up next. I sort of see them in this little frame here. So one or both. You ready? Okay, I'm muting everyone.
Something a little different.
Okay, Larry, hold on. I gotta mute everybody and then unmute again. Okay. All right, ready for you to unmute.
So I want to say that although Larry and I have been married for 20, how many? 27
27.
years. We never played dulcimer and guitar together before this pandemic. And so we have been doing a little bit, and we're going to do Shady Grove. And just let me check and make sure this didn't go out of tune. Okay. I think this is going to be a little louder on the Dulcimer because we figured out you couldn't hear it last time.
So she's actually gonna pick it.
Give me a moment to get organized here.
And I'm just gonna play along.
No, you're going to sing. Wait a minute, where are we starting? Yep, okay. Ready. Noisy.
Well,
It says
well,
your
thank
speaker's
you,
not
Larry.
working. Please check your connection. Did you hear that at all?
Only occasionally, I'm afraid. Yeah, did you got a message? What does it say? Well, it may be simply that you're having router problems or something like that, or it may be something in your, like your microphone isn't settled in as well as it could be or something like that. So just wiggle everything, see if it gets better. If you've got a, well, anyway, I'm sorry that did not turn out well. What we did here was really nice. So I'm going to pass along here to Al. Al's got his banjo. Watch out. Okay, I'm muting everyone.
Yeah, I got the banjo back up.
You got to unmute again. You're a little too fast for me there. There you go.
Oh, okay. I got the banjo back out. And like I say, I got on the settings and tried to adjust the sound for original sound. Is this coming through okay? Is it loud enough? Of the banjo. Try and do Sandy River Bell.
Woohoo! Woohoo!
That
Wow.
come through?
Yeah. Al can get great stuff off of anything he puts his fingers on, I think.
Well,
Very
had
nice.
this out after a long hiatus, trying to remember a bunch of these tunes. I gotta look at one of my old set lists, and I tried playing through that, and I remember it, but my fingers don't.
It does come back, though, I find.
Yeah, it is. It's not, you know.
Yeah, surprisingly. Hey, Tom, you have something for us? I'm going to mute everyone. And Tom, you may unmute when you're ready.
This is from New Folk Tradition, or making up as you go along. Once upon a time in deep South Austin, there was a coffee shop called Cafe Caffeine. Stan Ridgway of the Wall of Voodoo, he played there, as did many Austin musical luminaries. Leslie was known to pass through, as was Alex Jones, who had a broadcasting studio just across the road. Inside a wall of books in a free library, Wednesday nights was poetry and music, if you please, in several incarnations of extraordinary combinations, including a mix of Element 615, Edgar Pace, and Hot Tamale, and other astonishing talents in a contemporary circus style. Like an alternative miniature Renaissance farewell, this was also the base for the Million Musicians March for Peace. And again, many diamond mines sang their crystal clarity here. Of course, no income. Coffee is everywhere in Austin, but the art of the owner was in gathering and cocaine. Eventually, he sold that cafe again. Other hands failed to inspire. It became a Thai restaurant called Thrice, where we reconvened on Wednesday nights. Now, it's a highly successful Thai takeaway, remembering those beautiful musical days. Spoken and Heard's, Hot Tamale, Edgar Pace, he contacted, and the circus reconvenes, at least in our South Austin dreams. That's all, folks. Yeah, that was it.
Right. Oh. Alrighty. Yeah, and we must take a moment to remember our dear lost Full English Cafe too. Yeah. Bye 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 bangers. So we'll miss that one too.
Full English Cafe is open.
Eh?
Full English Cafe is open. They've reopened.
They've reopened, really?
Yes, the fish and chips on Friday nights. It's open every day from Wednesday to Sunday. Got to get back there. Come on, play and Full
They're
English.
reopened?
It really
Well,
is.
that's good news.
I had the fish
Excellent.
and chips.
Well, I guess rumors of its demise were exaggerated.
It lives. South Austin lives. Full English Cafe.
Okay, great. Okay, Chip, will you take a turn, please? I shall mute everyone. And we're ready for you.
All right, good deal, good deal. I've never been to the cafe. Maybe in a little bit. We'll see. One of the most prolific fiddle tune writers in modern United States was John Hartford, wrote hundreds and hundreds of tunes, many of which never were recorded. He never recorded, or anybody. Of course, he did write Gentle on My Mind, perhaps the most, one of the best songs ever written. But this is one of his that I recently learned that I really like. It does have some words. It's a fiddle tune. And the A part is going to sound an awful lot like Turkey in the Straw. It does sound a lot like Turkey in the Straw. The B part is not like Turkey in the Straw. And the lyrics are, they're done on the last response to each of the B parts. So if you know a fiddle tune is A, A, B, B, on the end of both B parts is where the lyrics are. And the lyrics are exactly the same as the title of the song, which is called I'd Rather Be a Hippie Than a Railroad Man. So you can shout out those words on the very end of each of the B parts. So I'm going to do this. I'll do it.
Tom likes that title. He's enthusiastic.
Yes, this is a fun tune. So I'm going to do it at about, let's see, I'll do it 5 times through just for the sake of fun here. It's 95 beats per minute, and it is in the key of G. So here we go. I'd rather be a hippie than a railroad man. I'd rather be a hippie than a railroad man. I'd rather be a hippie than a railroad man. I'd rather be a hippie than a railroad man. I'd rather be a hippie than a railroad man. I'd rather be a hippie than a railroad man. I'd rather be a hippie than a railroad man. I'd rather be a hippie than a railroad man. One more time. Everybody. I'd rather be a hippie than a railroad man. I'd rather be a hippie than a railroad man.
Yay!
Yeah, I think I could almost remember the lyrics to that without a cheat sheet.
I had to write them down.
You can't be both, you know.
That's true.
A railroad man and a hippie? Yes, indeed. Hopefully, he's not the engineer and I'm not on the train. All righty. Let's see now. Who we got next? I think Sandy and company.
Yeah, I
Would you
brought
like
my
to get-
husband along today,
Uh-huh.
and we play in a duo. But 15 months ago, I broke my dislocated my wrist and broke all the bones
Yeah.
in there and had surgery. And so we haven't played together. And I was just talking to Tom online a minute ago, and so we got out our book and thought y'all might like to hear "Starry Starry Night" by Don McLean. And this is the first time I've actually played my recorder in 15 months. We played
Oh
through it
my
once
goodness.
before we dial this up. But so we're gonna play
Okay.
this. Hopefully you'll be able to hear both our
Great.
instruments.
Give me a minute to mute everyone. Okay. And now, when you're ready, you can unmute and play for us.
You guys will need to unmute yourself. Can't hear you at all.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay. Hopefully you can hear both of us. Okay.
Hmm. that was a real treat.
Lovely.
All three of you.
Lovely tone.
Three,
Yeah, we had quite a few dogs. We have half a dozen
A
dogs
few
in
comments here and there, but that was
There's a
great.
dog over there.
here. It's a chorus.
Well, congratulations on your hands coming out party here. It was
Yeah, that's the first time I played this instrument.
Yeah.
Literally in 15
Yeah,
months.
excellent.
I did it.
Yeah, you did well. All right. Okay. Well, Yanni says she's having a little bandwidth problems here, so do you have a song to offer us, Yanni? You're just going to listen today. I'm not hearing anything from Yanni. Yep, she is. She's there, but I don't hear from her. But okay. Well, I did
I'm
promise Yanni-
here. Yes, I am here, but it's so difficult. So, thank you. I will listen.
Well, thank you for coming anyway. You can't see her. She's just a little picture.
Yeah, but I
there.
can wave.
Hi.
Yeah, there,
Okay, I will turn it on for a second. Hope I don't lose.
there you are.
Yeah,
Now
you
I can see you.
Hi
Right.
there. Hi there.
Hi.
Maybe I'll sit down.
Yeah. Okay.
Move all your
Well.
stuff, right?
Oh.
Where I can't sit down. Sorry about that.
Can you put them down on the? No, on the on this
Don't
stool.
put it in the pocket because it's difficult to get it out of the pocket. I remember last week.
Here we go. Here you go. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
I remember there's a solution to this.
Okay. All right.
There you go.
Oh. All right. I think we've got it together now.
Not close.
Oh, there's a bear in the banjo. I'm gonna get rid of that.
He says be
So
quiet.
I did promise Yanni a Mexican song. And this is a very old. Oh, did I mute everyone? Not quite. Let me do that. Hold on. Okay. So this is quite an old and well-known song, and it's called Cuatro Milpas. A milpa is, it's translated as cornfield, but it's usually like a little plot where you grow corn and beans. And it was recorded by various people in the 20s, including even a Cuban song group, sometime about 1923. So it may be a traditional song, or it may be just a song that's been around for a long time. And I've heard it done all the different styles: ranchero, banda, conjunto, and I've also heard
It is traditional. And before you start, maybe I can sing a little piece, just a tiny
yeah.
piece, and you tell me how it sounds.
Yeah, go ahead.
4,000 milpas tan solo han quedado en el rancho que era mío. Ay, 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 ay.
You can't do that.
I know, I'm kidding.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, that's great. And it's unusual to play Mexican music on the 5-string banjo, but I have heard this song in particular played on the 5-string by a little group called Grupo Libertad de Chihuahua, and they're a little street band, and they have 2 saxophones, a bajo sexto, a 5-string banjo, and the tololoche. And Yanni knows what the tololoche is, I presume. Anyway, so you know how it goes. But here it goes again. Quedado del ranchito que era mío, ay, 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 de aquella aquella casita tan blanca y bonita, lo triste que está. Basically, this is a song about my poor little ranchito is gone all to seed. There's no water in the laguna, in the pond. There's no cattle in the fields. The poor little casita is all broken down. All of the farm hands and the stock drivers have left. It's also said, and one may wonder, what catastrophe caused this to happen? Was it a big drought? Was it economic collapse? Was it COVID-19? Well, apparently the farmer's girlfriend left him. And he was just too depressed to keep the place up. I find that very Mexican, but... Cosechas quedaran perdidas, todito se acabó. Ay, 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 ya no hay palomas, ni flores, ni aromas, ya todo acabó. Las palmeras lloraban su ausencia, la laguna se secó. Soy triste morena, por eso me pongo a llorar, recordando las tardes felices, pues los dos pasamos a aquel lugar.
Oh, thank you. It's so beautiful.
I hope I didn't do too badly, Yanni. I'm glad you appreciate it.
You did beautiful. Thank you.
Okay, so if that was me, I guess that was me. I guess we've been around once. We usually take a little bit of break and start the circle again, I think, with Stuart. Stuart's always first in line somehow.
He's tall.
Okay, so if you give me just a moment, I'll be back and get us started again. Well, that was fun.
Yes. Did you? You didn't. You.
It's okay.
It's okay. Okay. I want to consult you about dinner now.
Okay, Stuart, are you ready to start us again?
I think I'm going to wait till people come back.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Some people slept out. Well, if they come back. So,
Tip jar won't be as full, you know.
Nice little group you've got here, Terry. Nice little group.
yeah, thank you. So I was reminded of that song when I was poking around on YouTube, and there's this little duo called Los Dos Rosas. They're from Oaxaca, and they're just great. They're two young women.
Which is Oaxaca.
Hmm.
Delightful. Sandy's back. Sandy's fun. And Karen's iPad. Step by step.
So I tell you what, Stuart, I'm just going to go ahead and do the muting, and when you feel like you're ready to go, you can just go ahead, okay?
All right, we did a Canada song. This is an Australia song. Australia. This song is one of many prison songs. When I lived in Australia for a couple of years in the mid-70s, and this was the first song I heard over there in a folk group. It's supposedly written by a man called Francis McNamara, who was a prisoner from Ireland, sent over there in his tender years, in his early 20s, and he died about 30 years later. And then he was a troublesome prisoner. He got transferred from prison to prison because he wouldn't comply. And you know, prisons have famous names for people that, you know, like Jimmy the Bull or Johnny the Shiv. Well, his name in prison was Frankie the Poet. So he was a troublemaker. And this song is attributed to him, although he may not have written it, but if he didn't, he should have. It's called Moreton Bay. And it's the first half of the tune is the Bull of Oak tune. One Sunday morning as I was walking round Brisbane waters, I chanced to stray. I heard a convict his fate bewailing, as on the sunny river bank I lay. I am a native from Erin's Island, transported here from my native shore. They stole me from my aged parents and from the maiden that I do adore. I've been a prisoner at Port Macquarie, at Norfolk Island, and at Emu Plains, at Castle Hill, and at Kirstoongabi. At all these settlements I've been in chains, but of all the places of condemnation and penal stations of New South Wales, to Moreton Bay I have found no equal. Excessive tyranny each day prevailed. For 3 long years I was beastly treated, and heavy irons on my legs I wore. My back from flogging was lacerated, and often painted with my crimson gore. And many a man from downright starvation lays mouldering now beneath the clay. And Captain Logan, he had us mangled all at the triangles of Moreton Bay. Like the Egyptians and ancient Hebrews, we were oppressed under Logan's yoke, till a native black, lying there in ambush, did deal this tyrant his mortal stroke. My fellow prisoners, be exhilarated that all such monsters such a death may find. And when from bondage we are liberated, our former sufferings will fade from mind.
Yay! Okay, I think we'll go to Chip this time. I had him second on the list the first time around, but I missed him. Am I confusing you too much? You ready to go? Okay, I'm muting. Okay, we're ready for you.
All right. And there we go. All right, let's see. I wanted to do this song the other day. I'll see if I can get through it. This is a song that was written by Elizabeth Cotten when she was about 14, 15 years old, and probably her best known song, became pretty popular in the folk era, and that and Shake Sugaree probably are her two biggest things. And it's an amazing story about her, because she played quite a bit when she was in her teens. She started playing guitar, and then when she got married and had kids, she kind of gave it up for a while until, and I believe they were in D.C., the Seegers were there, and she happened to be working in a department store, and she helped a little girl who was lost from her parents find her parents in the store. Well, that happened to be Peggy Seeger, who was Pete Seeger and Mike Seeger's youngest sister. And anyway, Elizabeth Cotten ended up working for the Seegers for a period of time, and that's really how she ended up being discovered. And she's quite an American treasure. So this is Freight Train. Freight train, run so fast. Freight train, run so fast. Please don't tell what train I'm on. They won't know what route I'm going. When I'm dead and in my grave, no more good times here I crave. Place the stones at my head and feet and tell them all I've gone to sleep. Well, when I die, oh, bury me deep down at the end of Old Chestnut Street, so I can hear old number 9 as she comes rolling by. Well, when I die, oh, bury me deep down at the end of Old Chestnut Street. Place the stones at my head and feet and tell them all I've gone to sleep. Freight train, run so fast. Freight train, run so fast. Please don't tell what train I'm on. They won't know what route I'm going.
Hey, classic.
Thank you, Elizabeth Cotton.
Yeah. Oh, that's a favorite of all of ours, I'm sure, and a rite of passage for guitar players.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's see who's next. Is Mark still with us? Mark often
No, it's midnight in
off
Moscow.
the bed. We can't blame him. He's gone. And Chris has no such excuse, but he's gone too. And Mary Jane, can you give us one?
Yes.
I am muting. And we are ready.
Okay, this is a traditional Neapolitan folk song called Santa Lucia, which maybe some of you learned in elementary school a long time ago. I think I did, but I didn't learn this version. I didn't learn anywhere near this many words. So I figure I can get away with it. Come o'er the ocean blue, moonlight is shining, and with its silver light, stray cloud is lining. White from the blue expanse, fair stars are gleaming over the night beneath, in sweetness beaming. Come, pretty maiden, look from thy lattice loft, list to the boatman, chanting and rowing, as o'er the stream we glide, borne by the rolling tide. Santa Lucia, Santa Lucia. Now 'neath the silver moon, ocean is glowing, o'er the calm billow, soft winds are blowing. Here balmy breezes blow, your joys invite us, and as we gently row, all things delight us. Hark how the sailors cry, joyously echoes not, Santa Lucia, Santa Lucia. Home of fair poesy, realm of pure harmony, Santa Lucia, Santa luccica, l'astro d'argento, placide longa, prospero il vento, venite l'agile, barchetta mia, Santa Lucia, Santa Lucia.
Yay!
Molto bene. Yeah, that's great.
Mucho bello.
Yeah.
I learned that from Placido Domingo.
Bless you.
Just an aside here, I grew up in the Salvation Army in England, and you learn a musical instrument at the age of 5. And basically, any tune that's more than 100 years old is sacred. So, any folk tune, we learned it.
Well, you were spared the kazoo because I forgot to put it on.
I was.
I could have lent you the nose whistle, you know. Could have done nose whistle counterpoint. Yeah. Well, what do you think, Larry and Joanna? You want to give it another try? See if you see if your equipment will behave.
Bushes.
Maybe the thing is to let us know before it's too much agony on your end.
It's usually not agony, but okay, I'm going to mute and we'll give it a try. See how it goes.
Then, I mean, that's kind of ick to have it coming in and out.
Yeah. Okay, I am muting.
Why doesn't Terry put one hand up if it's okay and 2 hands up if it's bad?
I'm sorry, what did you say, Stuart?
Why don't we
Because
have
drop the banjo.
one hand up if it's no hands up if it's good, 1 hand up if it's tolerable, 2 hands up if it's bad?
Well, if it's just intolerable, I'll go like that, you know.
So, okay, so
I mean, I don't think we need all these gradations. I feel like, you know, an Olympic judge.
Non-verbal communication.
So, what should we do? Should we do the same song over again, or should we do a different song?
Oh, let's try something else. See how it comes out.
Okay. Well, the something else is not the two of us together because we didn't come up with a.
Well, look, Larry and Joanna, you just do it like you want to do it. Now, the rest of us will be most grateful. So I am muting now, and you can unmute when you're ready to play.
Hold on.
You're okay.
That's muted. That's unmuted.
Okay.
You're okay now.
Yeah. So this is on page 147. If anybody wants to play along or sing along, it's the L&N Don't Stop Here Anymore. Start way up high. Oh, when I was a curly-headed baby, my daddy sat me down upon his knee, said, son, you go to school and learn your letters, don't be a dusty miner like me. I was born and raised at the mouth of the Hazard Holler, old carts roaring and rumbling past my door. Now they're standing rusty, old and empty, and the L&N don't stop here anymore. I used to think my daddy was a black man with script enough to buy the company store, but now he goes back downtown with empty pockets
and his face is white as February snow. I was born and raised at the mouth of the Hazard Holler. Coal carts roaring and rumbling past my door. Now they're standing rusty, old and empty, and the L&N don't stop here anymore. Last night I went out to the office to get my payday like I done before. Them old vines had covered up the doorway. There was trees and grass, well grown right through the floor. I was born and raised at the mouth of the Hazard Holler. Coal carts roaring and rumbling past my door. Now they're standing rusty, old and empty, and the L&N don't stop here anymore. I never thought I'd learn to love the coal dust. Never thought I'd long to hear the tipple roar. But Lord, how I wish that grass could turn to money and greenbacks fill my pockets once more. I was born and raised in the mouth of the Hazard Holler. Coal carts roaring and rumbling past my door. Now they're standing rusty, old and empty, and the L&N don't stop here anymore. Okay.
Hey,
Well, that came out just fine.
yeah, that was nice.
Good.
Yeah. Well, Larry, I see you off there in the corner. Did you want to do another one? Give it a try.
Sure, why not? Why not?
If you want the words.
Okay, I'm muting everyone again. So, Larry, you will need to unmute before you start. Larry, you need to unmute.
You asked for it.
There you go.
Oh, when I was a child, my family would travel on down the country with my parents. And there's a town that's often remembered so many times that my memories are. And Daddy, won't you take me back to Little County down by the Green River where paradise lay? Sorry, my son, it's too late in asking Mr. Peabody's gold dream to call me away. And sometimes we travel on up the Green River through abandoned old prison down by Memory Hill. The air smelled like snakes and we shoot fire pistols, but empty pop bottles was all we would give. Why, Daddy, won't you take me back to Butler County down by the Green River where paradise lay? I'm sorry, my son, it's too late in asking Mr. Peabody's gold dream to call it away. Then the coal company came with the world's largest shovel, and they tortured the timber and strangled the mill. Dug for the coal, land was forsaken, and wrote it all off as the progress of man. Oh, Daddy, won't you take me back to Bell County down by the Green River where paradise lay? Sorry, my son, it's too late in asking Peabody's gold dream to call it away. Look at sad. Nope.
Yeah. Well, that sounded fine. Okay, Al, what you playing now? Here, I'm muting everybody. Just a second. And now, yeah, there you go.
Got a harmonica in a rack here. Is that coming through okay? All right.
That was great.
All right.
What was the tune
Angeline the
again?
Baker?
Angeline the
Angeline the
Baker. That's what I
Baker.
thought. Yeah.
Baker.
Yeah, Stephen F. Foster, that great writer of American folk music. And okay, so who's after Al? Tom. Tom, what's that in your background now? I'm going to mute everybody, so don't talk at once, Tom. Now you can unmute.
Now I've unmuted. And these are all the characterizations, the personifications of Texas cities. As you can see, Tyler, Round Rock, Austin, and it's pretty sad. But here we go. I've got a new job. Are you ready? Just say yes. Okay, cool. I got a new job in the new recession. What job, you ask me with your expression? Well, I've been shifting deck chairs on the Titanic, counting icebergs as well as stars by daylight. Disappointed census taker, not allowed to count actual refugees, only those not yet in cells or processed for deportation. Paid to count the bricks in the walls of privatized prisons and the number of charter schools subsidized by your taxes. I could count the cages which held the separated children, assist in food bank deliveries for the future starving, become a career counselor for PTSD veterans. My career options are now widening. I made a fortune on hand sanitizing, made masks at home under quarantining, measured out social distancing mechanisms. So many career opportunities in this emotional depression. With the rising unemployment, everyone can join peaceful demonstrations. Even when stormtroopers and boogaloo boys import violence and guns to the equation. No wonder we need Medicare for all and universal health care. So now, in the age of COVID-19, I volunteered for the vaccine. My new job.
Huzzah! Huzzah!
True story, true story. I'm one of 30,000 taking the vaccine.
You volunteered?
I'm a volunteer, one of 30,000.
Well, good for you.
Corporation.
Good for you. Yeah. Okay, good for you. Good for us.
Around
Good for
in
us,
6
actually.
months, we should draw some conclusions, or
Draw some conclusions. No, just vaccine, baby. Vaccine against virus.
yeah.
Better conclusions and contusions.
Right.
Right. Okay, Sandy, can you give us another? You guys? Oh, I'm muting. I'm still muting. Hold on. Okay, now we're ready for you to unmute, please. Okay, can you unmute? There you go.
Somebody said if it's 100 years old, it's sacred. Well, we're going to do an Irish song from O'Carolan, who wrote most of the Irish music. He was born in 1670. And we're going to play a song called Fanny Power. He wrote for a lady named Frances Power. He played for her. It was for her wedding. So we're going to play that for you. Okay.
Just terrific.
That was beautiful.
And the hand's really getting better and better.
Yeah. Well, it's a lot easier to play on this little tiny instrument
Okay.
than the big one.
Sandy, I wanted to get your friend's name again. I've forgotten already.
Oh, that's my husband, Jeff. Jeff Horton.
Jeff, well, that's some
He's a friend as well, evidently.
Yes.
Yeah, don't
Well,
break
he's been-
anything, Jeff.
We've been married 24 years now, so somebody just said the other couple was 27. I think they're ahead of us.
Okay.
Catching up.
Yeah, we're catching up.
Mhm.
20.
I don't know what
30.
we are.
We're 30.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
30,
we've been together
yeah.
30 years. Liz
Oh,
and me.
God.
So, well, Yanni, would you feel like giving us another little song?
Is she there?
Well, she might be. She's having a little
No, she,
bandwidth trouble. So,
maybe she went away.
yeah. So, well, if Yanni does not peep up, well, I
He's
mean,
on the beach.
Yeah.
she's on the
Yeah,
beach.
sure.
Yeah.
Which,
Yeah.
which is pretty easy in Cozumel, except in COVID.
Okay. So, did I get everybody? Didn't miss anybody? Okay, well, here's a song that everyone will have heard in one form or another. This one, Blackjack Davy, or the Gypsy Davy, or as Frank Prophet used to call it, the Gyps of David. And this one, the words, the lyrics I heard from a version that John Cohen did. I'm not sure where he got it. It's really a funny set of lyrics, and I enjoy it. And the tune is more or less Frank Prophet, and the guitar arrangement's just me. So. Blackjack Davy come a riding through the woods, sang so gay and Haley sang so loud that the wildwood rang, and he charmed the heart of a lady. He charmed the heart of a lady. Come go with me, my lady gay. Go with me, my darling. I'll take you where them wildflowers go. And the night birds sing till morning. And the night birds sing till morning. Won't you take off them high-heeled shoes, all made of Spanish leather? You put on those cowboy boots and we'll ride off together. We'll ride off together. So she put on her Stetson hat or any kind of weather. He put on his old top hat. They rode away together. They rode away together. That's one thing I like about this version. It has a great variety of headgear. Was late at night when the Lord come home, inquiring for his lady. Servants sat on every hand. She's gone with Blackjack Davy. She gone riding with a gypsy boy. Go saddle me my Blanco horse while I put on my derby. I'll ride all day and ride all night till I overtake my lady, till I catch that gypsy boy. Well, he rode till he come to the deep below, the water deep and muddy. Tears come a trickling down the cheeks, for there he spied his lady in the arms of the gypsy boy. How could you leave your house and land? How could you leave your baby? How could you leave your husband dear to go with a Blackjack Davy? Go riding with a gypsy boy. I'll say goodbye to my house and land. I take care of my baby. Damn right I'll leave my husband dear to go with the Blackjack Davy. Go riding with a gypsy boy. she took off her lily white gloves, all made of Spanish leather. She took his hand and she kissed his cheek, and she bid farewell forever. She bid him farewell forever. Last night I slept on the warm feather bed beside my husband and baby. Tonight I'll sleep on the cold, cold ground beside my blackjack Davy, by the side of the gypsy boy.
Yay!
Very nice, very nice.
Yeah.
You know, Terry, I mentioned this before. There's a Doc Watson version of that, a mini version, Doc Watson version of that song, where the woman leaves the rich life behind, stays with the gypsy Davy. The gypsy won't marry her, so she's left in rags, begging in the streets of the nearby village with no baby, no title, no clothes, nothing, because of her bad decision. So there you go.
Yeah, there's, you know, for every well-known folk song like that, there's an anti-folk song. Okay, well, I guess we've been around twice as usual. Anybody else want to leave us with a song? Tom? That's a volunteer. Hold on, Tom. Let me just mute everyone, and now you can unmute yourself. And
I only ever wrote one song, and it's on Elvis Costello's fabulous album called Stay Happy or Get Happy. She said, you gotta shoulder your tiny burden, you gotta pick up your crucifix, and if you're buying your wood for burning, you gotta be the genuine mystic. You gotta be the one they crave for, you gotta be the heartfelt one. And if you want to play God for the mob, son, you gotta expect to be overdone. Steak on the sandwich, souvlaki on the steak. Will you be their steak on the plate? Will they carve you up before it's just too late? Be just a name on a graveyard plot? I tell you now, son, Buddhists burn well. I tell you now, son, it's warm down hell. And if you want to play hero as well, swing on your own private dope. Believe in yourself if you want hope, because no one else will trust you if you don't. Yeah. That's it.
well, that's great. Well,
Yeah.
on that note, we'll leave you till next time. And should you choose, next time is 2 o'clock tomorrow after 9 are the Celtic sessions. And if you're feeling very Celtic, you can join us, because if it ain't Celtic, it's crap. So hopefully we'll see you then.
Thanks.
Another time. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.